Thank you, and good morning, everyone. And thank you for having me in this wonderful city of yours. Been here a few days and I've really enjoyed myself tremendously. Before I even get to the slide, just to start a story on Emirates. I've been with Oracle about 20 years now, a little over 20 years. And I first met Emirates probably in the middle 1990s, early 2000s. And let me give you some context. At that point in time, we had really introduced something called the e-business suite, which was really an evolution of how the product in our industries came from different products to ERP systems and ultimately suites. And we had what we call the Customer Advisory Board in Europe. And the big drive at the time, especially in the middle 1990s, it was really a big inflection point. Because what was happening at the time? You had the internet really just coming into play, allowing globalization. You had the year 2000, which caused a number of companies wanting to modernize systems. And then you had the euro just on its way. So you had particularly companies in Europe who had this inflection point to modernize and break systems. Now, Emirates wanted to join the board at that time, not for an old system and not for the euro, but they wanted to put in place a foundation for global growth and take part of that inflection point really at the beginning. And the video that you saw, I mean, it's tremendously gratifying for me to see the video, and thanks for you guys being such tremendous partners over the years, to see that from really the inception all the way through. Now, hold that story, because I'm going to come to that in a minute, as far as the what's and the whys they wanted to do that. Because now, as Mark said, we're really at the beginning of another inflection point. And the inflection point is called cloud, and you're going to hear a lot about technology today, and I know half of you are from IT, so there's interesting technology parts about it. But much of the reasons why Emirates was there back in the middle 1990s, and we met with all of these companies around the year 2000s, remains the same, which is basically how do you put in the infrastructure in your businesses to grow, become global organizations, become successful organizations, and really to capture this inflection point. Because as business leaders, the inflection points are times when if you take advantage of those inflection points, you can really accelerate over competition. Now, ultimately in the cloud, what the cloud allows you to do is really, there's lots that gets talked about, lots of terms that get thrown out, but fundamentally it allows you to do a couple of things. First and foremost, it allows you to focus on what you do best as a company. And allows the second part, if you learn the term software as a service, the service component is what Oracle can provide for you. So we can focus on the DBA aspects, on managing your system, maintaining your system as a service to you, and you can focus on how do you have best value out of your business. Now, I've got a personal interest for Emirates. I'm flying Emirates home tomorrow. So as a little bit of a nervous flyer, you guys focus on those airplanes and keeping us up in the air, and we'll focus on your ERP systems, no problem. I want your best and brightest on those airplanes there, especially tomorrow. So as a business, what are some of the areas you can focus on? You have to introduce products to market faster. Mark talked about faster reaction and being able to take advantage of inflection points. You have to provide better customer service. Certainly the bar is raised for all of us. You have to better enable your sales force. To have your sales force connect with consumers more directly. Because even if you're a business-to-business type of organization, more and more you're doing business-consumer type of activity through social and mobile. You have to find, and it was in an earlier presentation, find and attract and retain and align your best talent through HR systems. And you have to reduce your complexity and your cost of that every day closing your books and delivering a system. You need a complete system of business operations. And as we grew in the region, Oracle, with Emirates and with all of you, many of you embraced that through our partnership and used the e-business suite. And those business objectives, integrated systems to give you better information, lower cost of operations, help you drive your business. And those challenges remain with the cloud giving you the ability to have us worry about the service and how you deploy faster, take more advantage of the investments that we make in our software for you. Now, as the move to the cloud happened, something interesting happened with the first generation of the cloud. Remember in the story I said all those companies, the technology had evolved from GL systems, AP systems, manufacturing systems, supply chain, what was called ERP, and then there was something else called CRM, and then eventually it was really with the e-business suite. And this region really, more than any place else in the world, started to adopt that suite mentality. And I think it really happened because when the suites came into play, if you look back at the photographs even from before, that middle 1990s, the explosive growth in this region started to happen. So in a way, this region was really, really fortunate in that you didn't have to go through the consolidation that the industry went through, having different bits and bytes and having ERP systems. You had suites of applications. Now, in the first generation of cloud, something interesting has happened. Most of what's been available to date has been fragmented systems. HCM in the cloud, or talent management in the cloud, or payroll in the cloud, or Salesforce automation in the cloud, and to some extent ERP in the cloud. And that wasn't driven from a change in that business need of having robust information, having integrated systems, having low cost to deliver. That was really driven by us, the technology vendors, really not yet adopting a suite to the cloud. So that's one important aspect to remember as we talk about our offering. Now, the next part, as you move to the cloud, unfortunately, it's not just a technology evolution for all of you. You have business imperatives and business changes. And as you move to the cloud, you still have the need for insight, and in fact, probably greater insight than ever before. And whether you know it or not, even in your personal engagements or personal interactions, you have business intelligence thrown at you everywhere throughout the day. If you read an article on the web with Reuters or Financial Times or any type of website that you have, what do you see there? You have your article, and on the right-hand side you have, here are related articles that you might be interested in. If you're interested in this subject, here's another subject. If you buy something from an online retailer, it automatically suggests to you, if you bought product A, here are some accessories. If you happen to be doing that activity online while you're logged into a social network, it gives you that information, plus it gives you what your friends like, or what your friends recommend, or what your associates have used in the past, or the price they've had. So business insight is now the norm. When Mark talked about those 20-year-olds coming into the workplace, particularly in this region, very young region, very growing region, very fast, business insight is the expectation. It's expected that it's mobile, because everyone's consuming the information real time, where they are on the device of their choice. And the information's social. So this is the new baseline. In addition to providing that software as a service, the new expected baseline include these components. The next thing that's critically important then, as people move to the cloud, is quality of the service. And so there's always questions about access of the data. So there's a little bit of trust with the cloud provider about having the access to the data, having the data be scalable, having it be robust in performance globally around the world, and importantly, having the data be secure. So as you're moving to these systems and try to take advantage of it, these are some of the questions that people have and the service delivery that must be provided. And I'll talk about how we do that in a moment. So what we're here and what we've introduced, and we're here, this is one of, I think, 10 plus cities, really the first of going around the world to have Cloud World, is talking about our complete offering of cloud applications. Complete set of applications, all integrated together, built on the same robust technology stack, all open. Now, open is technically speaking technology term, so it's open, built on open standards. But what does it mean from a business standpoint? The fact that we're open gives you the lowest cost, lowest risk platform over time. And the fact that we're open, based on open industry standard technology, is also what affords us the ability to have that choice that we talked about before. You can operate in our cloud, you can operate on your premise. In fact, you can operate in a hybrid mode where you have some of both. So while it's a technology point, it's really a business imperative and a business need that it fulfills. A modern, rich user interface, available both, obviously, online as well as mobile for ease of use. And very importantly, bringing you the best of the best at Oracle to give you enterprise quality service. Highly scalable, highly available, highly secure cloud infrastructure. Now, while this is the first of our cloud worlds, we're not exactly new to the cloud. We have today over 25 million users who rely on Oracle Cloud application products every day to run and operate their businesses. And so what is it? I said, well, it's a complete set of applications, and what do I mean? First of all of the applications I'm going to talk about today have embedded social. And we'll have a speaker that follows me who talks a little bit about social, and then I'll tell you what it means to be embedded. All the applications I talk about today will be mobile, and all of them, when we say insight, have embedded business intelligence. This is more than just reports and dashboard, but go back to my example of having recommendations when you buy something, what else you should buy. past history, embedded intelligence into your transactions to help you make better decisions in real time. The applications are also flexible and modern. By flexible, though we have a complete set of applications, you can adopt those applications at your speed and in the place that makes most sense for you. So in other words, you want to migrate to the cloud or you evolve to cloud services, you don't have to have a big bang re-implementation. Instead, you can adopt what makes most sense for you and gradually encompass the suite of applications if you so choose. In addition, the enterprise-grade service, what we've been able to provide is we provide a virtualized environment. What that means is your data is not commingled with anybody else's data, giving you the best security available in the cloud. In addition to that, while we keep all of our customers up to date, the fact that it's a virtualized environment, but isolated, allows us to provide you flexibility on upgrades. So we don't simply publish an upgrade time and say you're going to upgrade next Thursday, whether or not that's convenient for you at this time. Instead, we allow you a time window to select that upgrade and what makes sense for you, giving you the best of both worlds. A, keeps you current with software so you can leverage the investments that we make not only today, but over time. And B, gives you flexibility of choice so we work with you in your business. Because again, this is a suite of applications and we're targeting the biggest, most successful enterprises in the world, really enterprise class service. Flexible deployment goes through that you can do that both in the cloud or on premise, and then open standards, which I've talked to before. Now, what are some of the areas we cover? Really, we talk about a number of different product families. Customer service, ERP, talent management and core HR, and then CRM. Breaking that down a little bit lower into the services and products we provide. So first off, all of the application suites are built on the Oracle infrastructure, which is another unique component of the Oracle Cloud. So literally, the hardware, storage, operating system, virtual machine, middleware, application code, all Oracle stack, engineered to work together, operated by the experts in every single component to give you better security, reliability, availability, scalability of the solution, the entire stack delivered to you in the cloud from Oracle. On top of that, we have a number of then platform services, which basically we took all of our technology components, the database, Java, our web portal technology, and made that available to you in the cloud. So if you want to extend or build a custom application and deploy that custom application in the cloud, all of the technology services Oracle provides available in the cloud. So when Mark said all of the applications, we mean all of them. The Oracle database, Java, everything available as a platform as a service. Next, above that, we have a number of social services. Both social, to allow you to collaborate with employees and colleagues. Social, that allows you to monitor both the popular social networks, global social networks, and also individual social networks, which may be unique to your company or to your industry, and apply those into different applications. And then across that, we have over 100 different application modules. So for example, in financials, you have GL, AP, AR. In procurement, you have purchasing, sourcing, inventory. For project management, we have project portfolio planning, we have project accounting. Governance, risk, and compliance, which allows you to do segregation of duties and risk control. Customer service for call center support, monitoring of forums, social interaction service. Sales and marketing to have you have leads, forecasts, follow your customers and enable your sales force. Talent management to attract and retain and to convert employees. And then human capital management, including payroll. Over 100 different modules, all on the same stack, all available in the cloud, all integrated to work together with the philosophies that you've all embraced in this country, in this region of the e-business suite, with the best-in-class feature functions from all the acquisitions that Oracle's done in the past. So best-in-class HR from PeopleSoft background and heritage, best-in-class financials from the e-business suite and J.D. Edwards, industry capability, a brand new set, the most modern applications integrated together, all available in the cloud. And by having them all together, we're able to continue the promise of the best business insight. Because keep in mind that while you can have disparate clouds and try to integrate those together, one big problem is how do you get a complete, unique view of anything? And so again, with the e-business suite we brought to bear, and now we have a complete cloud set of applications, single source of truth for your data, as in the HR example that was before, allowing you to more quickly and more precisely operate on the business data that you need. And then all available on mobile devices. And in fact, mobile moves so quickly, this slide probably needs to be updated one more time, because now not only we have the iPhone, or phone, Android phone platform, you have the tablet platform, the 11-inch tablet platform. Tablets haven't been around for that long, but I guess I have to say the classic tablet platform. And then now you have the 7-inch tablet platform. So having the mobile tech capability built on mobile technology allows us to evolve very, very quickly to the different platforms and make it all available to you. Okay. And then embedded throughout all of the applications is social. And when I say embedded in social, this is not just Twitter or Facebook or Google Plus or an external social platform, but it's integrated into the business system. What that means is the social components understand business events. For example, if you're following this presentation or this show on Cloud World, you may go to the hashtag Cloud World, and you can get alerts on your Twitter feed when someone posts a comment on Cloud World, or you can query on that or search on that, and it allows you to see what people are saying about the event going forward. In the business context, for social, there are business hashtags, if you will, that you might be interested in. If you're in sales, you might be interested in that customer or in that opportunity. If you're in the supply chain, you may be interested in a particular order or a particular cycle time. If you're in finance, you may be interested in a particular invoice, a particular purchase order. And the embedded social allows you to subscribe, similar to a hashtag, to particular business events embedded in your system. And then through those same social feeds, instead of having what other people are saying about it, you not only have what other people are saying about that lead, or that purchase order, or that customer that you've subscribed to, but you have when system events happen. So if someone changes the forecast, if someone updates the customer contact, if someone changes an appointment, if the invoice gets paid, you get automated alerts through social engagement to really bring that better and faster way of communicating to the enterprise.